Come on, everybody. Everybody clap your hands. Yeah. Okay, well, that's how we start now. Welcome to Hoops Chat.
Where my dude's at.
I'm Mikey, this is Scott, and we're going to be talking about what we're going to be doing going forward is we're going to be talking about the different NBA teams and how they did during the season. And we're starting from the bottom, then we're working our way up to the top. So today we're going to talk about the Phoenix Suns, and we're also going to be talking about what they're going to do going forward. So Scott, what are your thoughts on how they did?
Phoenix Suns, it was a very successful year for them.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing: is like there is leaving finances aside, just trying to win. Because there is like perks of being a middle of the pack team. You get like playoff bonuses, so there's perks to that financially. But putting that aside, being middle of the pack in the NBA sucks.
Oh yeah, mediocrity is the last thing that you want to be in the NBA.
Exactly. And the Suns and a lot of teams, they know that. They're not shooting for the stars when you only have a couple good players, and they did what they were supposed to do this year, and that was
lost.
You look at the players, like their best players, Devin Booker, TJ Warren, 54 games for Booker, 65 for Warren, but everyone else, no one played more than 50 games.
I know.
I felt like they were just, flipping people around, just giving people a chance.
Yeah.
Welcome to the NBA.
I didn't watch that many Phoenix Suns games this year, but as I was going through, the roster and how their salary situation was looking, I was like, I don't know who any of these people are. I'm like, Isaiah Cannon, oh yeah, they got, I recognize his name, but then they had Alan Williams, I don't really know him. He's their, one of their highest paid, though they're not paying anyone really that much.
Yeah.
Currently, their highest paid player is Brandon Knight, and they're still set up to pay him for next couple seasons.
Yeah.
So, do you think he'll come back and have any impact, or do you think
I don't think they even want him to?
Ugh.
I think they've really committed to this young team. They want Devin Booker, Josh Jackson, whoever they pick this year. I think they're building around those guys and Brandon Knight. I mean, Brandon Knight's not even a player that you would want to help develop your guys. Like, there are good players that are older that you might think, okay, they have a role. They'll help our new players develop. Brandon Knight's not one of those. He's trying to score. He's shooting the ball.
Yeah.
He's not going to help your guys get to the level they need to be.
All right. So, yeah, going with that, going back to their season, I would say it was a success on what their goal was. Yeah. In the eyes of the NBA, it's not a success.
No.
But they wanted to lose, and they lost, and they would be offended by any other team saying that they were losing. Because didn't they get in a couple scuffles this season? I know they did with the Nuggets, and that was because Richard Jefferson has his podcast, and they were joking about playing against the Suns and saying anyone that's on the Suns should be in the G League right now. When you've lost, because they lost to I can't remember which team beat them by 40. It's if you lose by 40, you should be in the G League. And so then they got in a fight during the game. So they're really sensitive about, which is understandable. They're all pro players.
Yeah.
But okay, so everyone on the roster, the guys that are potentially gone or their salaries up, is Alex Len, Elfrid Payton has a qualifying offer, Isaiah Cannon, and then they have a bunch of other guys that aren't worth noticing or mentioning. Who do you keep? Do you try to keep Alex Len?
I think you do, just because his advanced stats are pretty good. He's a very efficient player. He doesn't put up crazy numbers, but for the numbers he does put up for the time that he's in, it's actually impressive.
Yeah,
and I don't think you have to pay him that much.
No, you can keep his contract at the same as it was before.
Not to mention, if they did no moves, they're at $78 million, so they have $30 million in cap space.
Yeah,
I say both of those players. I don't know. Elfrid Payton is probably one of the best point guard free agents this summer, other than Chris Paul. But everyone knows he's going to stay.
Yeah,
he's going to re-sign with the Rockets. But I think you stick with those guys. I mean, you can probably get them both for under $10 million for both of them, and then if that's the case, then
Yeah, you probably can actually.
and then they still have $20 million to spare. I don't think they're searching for free agents. I think they just get role players that can help develop their young core. And then these are my three things I think the Suns want to do this summer. They have to draft Deandre Ayton. I think Devin Booker, Josh Jackson, and TJ Warren. I think those are solid players to build around. You just need a franchise center. I mean, you could go for a franchise point guard, but I think the centers, even if you get, I think you have to go Ayton. Ayton's unreal. He's unreal.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think Ayton works best for him. My only counter to that, and I'm sure everyone else has also thought about this, is Luka Doncic, drafting him because they have their new coach, Igor, from the Utah Jazz. But he coached Doncic. He's already had that. They're from the same country. So, and Doncic's whole, like, maybe I won't come over to the NBA. Maybe that's like a power move to be like, draft me number one.
Yeah.
So I think it's possible. And I'd rather have Doncic than TJ Warren. I like TJ Warren, but TJ Warren's not really a franchise cornerstone type player. I think he's a good role player for him going forward, and he's still young. But I would still definitely go with Ayton. I'm just saying there is an argument for Doncic.
No, there is. And I think that's solid. I think perhaps the best Doncic could be in his rookie year, and maybe it's just his career would be working with someone who can understand him, who's coached him before, who's seen him play, and I think that's Igor. So I can see that. I wouldn't be surprised if they went either way. I would be surprised if they chose anyone else. But
yeah, I think it's just going to be one of those two.
Yeah, I think so. That's my number one. Is I say draft DeAndre. Number two, I think because they got a pick, it's number 16. I think.
Yeah.
I think they got to get a point guard that they believe in. Someone, if Sexton falls, Colin Sexton from Alabama, if he falls.
16, I don't know if he'll fall that far.
You never know. You never know with the draft. If he does, I think you have to pick him. If not, I like Aaron Holiday at UCLA. I think he's a good. I think he's got to develop. He's got to bulk up a little and learn to play at the NBA pace. But Aaron Holiday would be. I think they can get him at number 16. So that's what I think they should do with their first round picks, and then just their point guard. For now, Alfred Payton is what I would say. Some people have said like Dante Exum, since he's been coached by Igor on the Jazz.
Yeah.
Maybe take the risk with him. He shouldn't cost much money either. Yeah. My biggest questions for the Suns are trade for Cat. Trade the pick for Cat as the rumors are going.
I would for sure. I would trade him.
Okay. I don't know. How old is he?
22, I think.
So it fits in the time frame.
Fits in the time frame. He was on the same team with Devin Booker in college, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, they were the same draft class.
Yeah.
So they're already friends. Karl Anthony Towns doesn't like it there in Minnesota, apparently, or those are the rumors.
At the same time, why the Timberwolves? They're done with rebuilding. They're done. They're in the playoffs this year. They are in the playoffs. I think they want to keep staying in the playoffs.
There's all these rumors for a reason. Like Andrew Wiggins also is having like.
Yeah, he's not that good.
Well, I was just saying. I think any team would be happy to have Andrew Wiggins.
Would. No, would. And I think the Timberwolves have to do something this summer because I don't see them improving. I see them. I mean, with Karl Anthony Towns, I think he's just going to get better and better. But Jimmy Butler, I'm not sure. I didn't think we saw full Jimmy Butler this last season. Will we ever in the Timberwolves? Andrew Wiggins, I think there's question marks about Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
So I think the Timberwolves do need. I think Jeff Teague was a great addition. I think he'll do great there.
We're talking about the Phoenix Suns.
We're talking about the Phoenix Suns. I think Cat. I don't know. I had another question. Don't remember it.
Oh, all right. So I think what the team needs to do going forward is free agency. They can make a splash because you said they already have.
That was my other question.
Yeah.
Free agency. Do they?
And I think
space?
so. I think with the 16th pick, if you don't trade it try and maneuver, like still try to help rebuild because they're still a few years out from doing anything, then I think you need to draft or sign a free agent point guard. And some of the big names that I would like to see with Phoenix Suns is Dante Exum, I think, because he fits with them. It's a low risk, or not low, it's a risk.
High risk, but not much money.
Yeah, exactly. Low cost risk.
Yeah.
Milos Teodosic, I think he would work for them. Rajon Rondo, maybe he would be willing to play, but...
I thought about Rondo. I just don't think he's... I think he's most valuable to a team who is competing, who's like already there. He's proven to have such a terrible attitude.
Yeah.
I don't know if
that's my fear about it.
Yeah.
But I think if he had enough like young talent, no, never mind. Rondo's out.
Scratch him.
He would cause too much issues, yeah.
Like that one out.
I also thought maybe Will Barton would be good. He's someone that does a lot for him. Or they could pay, like, give the rest of their money to Avery Bradley, though they probably shouldn't because Devin Booker's still on his rookie deal. And so they're going to have to extend him soon.
And yeah, I think they'll put a lot of money in Devin Booker. That might take up a bunch of that cap space. But I actually don't think they should go for a free agency unless it's a player that they're confident could help them develop their players. So role players. So it's kind of like what the 76ers did with JJ Redick. Picking up a role player adds value to the team, but they were confident JJ Redick would be helpful in developing those players. And everyone said that he has been. You listen to their younger players, they said it's been great having JJ and his experience in the playoffs and being able to talk to them about how to deal with certain situations.
Yeah. Not every player is open to doing that, though.
No.
Some players are, like, straight up against it. Because I remember, like, Jameer Nelson was making statements of, like, I'm not here to tutor people, I'm here to play. It's like, it's like one and the same. Relax. Some people, like, take it personally.
Yeah.
So, that's our thoughts on the Phoenix Suns. How long have you been here? Later.
Bye.